4th at the American Legion Hall here at Lake Ella in Tallahassee. It's going to be a full production rock concert style. We're having lights, smoke, big PA system, and band CommonZenz, which I'm a member of. I'm the vocalist and bass player, along with Jimmy Bone, the drummer, and Michael Turner, the other guitar player and vocalist. And we're going to be playing for about 3 hours of solid music. We're going to take one short break, and it starts at 8 o'clock. It's an all-ages show, and I wanted to make sure everybody's invited. Well, the camp is for kids 6 to 18, and I was 19 when I was in my car accident, when I was injured. It took me a while to get to the point where I could feel like I could openly share my experiences and how I got through it, how I got better, both physically and mentally. Yes, I wish I had taken place years before, but I don't think there was burn camps for children back in the late 80s and the early 90s. There may have been, but this camp here is only 12 years old. There's another camp in Central Florida that is a burn camp for children, but I've never knew about it until I started volunteering with this camp here. It's a vibe. Yeah. A couple years after my accident, I've always played guitar. I've always sang. It's one of the only constants in my life. And when we were playing out and I was recuperating, I had just gotten back on my feet, getting my sea legs back, so to speak. People would notice. It's noticeable because my scars were a little bit different color at the time. Every day, it's been 30 years and my scars are still fading. They're still fading. Right after the accident, it doesn't look all that great. And people wonder, it's like, whoa, what happened to you? Anymore, people don't say anything about it. It's been a long time since people say, what happened to you? Like I say, I've always played music and was always going to play music. If they had amputated my hands, I would still play music. And there was a chance of that. When they're saving your life, they do some radical things to save your life. There was a point where they came to my mom. She was there the whole time. She was my advocate in the hospital. And they said, Mrs. Shumate, we're going to be amputating Dale's fingers today because of the swelling is so bad, and we'd like to you to sign this authorization to do so. And she looked at him, she goes, you know he's a stringed instrument player. You know he's a musician. They said, well, we're aware of that, but we need to amputate him. And she says, you're going to have to find some other way to do what you need to do without amputating. If you lose the fingers, you lose the boy. And so they said, well, we're going to have to cut him pretty deep in his arm, and it's going to leave a nasty scar. and with that, she said, get out. Get out. And I'm glad I can laugh about that now, but I have all my fingers. Thank God. I feel like God saved me at that moment, and it made my life more purposeful. If I could have any wish that I wanted in the world, it would not be to go back to that night that the accident happened. It wouldn't be that night, because that is kind of who I am, and I can't go back. So why even waste my time on wishful things like that?